Hey, what's up everybody? It's Adam here, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a stream test, so I have it going public right now, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Feel free to leave some comments in the chat. We're going to get started in 1 minute. What's up, guys? We're live on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gold Stream. You're watching the Gold Stream right here on Adam Goldstein TV. What's up, Jake? What's up, Stut Joe Jeepo? What's up, Stut Joe Depot? Love your videos, man. Jake, I appreciate the shout out earlier. Just want to say what's up to everybody, and I'm just doing a little bit of a quick equipment test, and I want to make sure that the stream bit rate is correct and everything's working. I've been doing some testing, and so far so good. So I'm going to be pulling up some shit on the screen. We're going to watch some videos. Feel free to give me some feedback and any suggestions. What's up, Daniel? I am taking a look at the chat. I'm not going to be glued to it like a certain person, Stuttering John, but I'm going to be taking a look over there. So feel free to leave some comments and let me know what you guys think. All right, I got the screen. Let's bring that up. Okay, good. The screen's coming up, and we're going to watch some videos.
This is my first day being a furry. A furry is a fascination or an interest in animals that do human things. It feels liberating. It feels like I am actually expressing myself. I'm being open. I'm very nervous. I'm sweating, but you know, I am just gonna go for it.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! I was hoping you'd be a furry!
I was hoping you'd be a furry. What kind of girl would fucking say that? I don't believe this, and I've done videos from this company. They do very high quality, high production videos about very weird subcultures. It's something I've always been kind of interested in. These videos are good to make fun of, but I get the sense that a lot of this shit is totally set up.
I like this. I like this so much.
Me too.
Actually, if I may now ask, since you asked so much about being a furry, do you want to consider being a furry one day? My name is Taylor. I am 22 years of age and I live in Seattle, Washington. The definition of being a furry is a fascination or an interest of animals that do human things.
Animal fuckers.
So animals walking around, living in the same world, going to get coffee, going to work. Being a furry doesn't mean you have to wear a fursuit. It just means you have a fascination of it. This is my first day being a furry. I'm not sure how she's going to react.
My name's Sophie, I'm 24 and I currently work in graphics and communication for my church. This is my very first blind date. Super nervous, but I'm more excited, I think, than anything.
I'm just waiting for my date to arrive. I'm not sure what to expect, I'll be honest.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! I was hoping you'd be around!
Just look at the horror of all the other people in the restaurant looking over at her. This is fucking humiliating.
Hi, how are you? I'm doing great!
Oh my gosh, my name's Sophie, so nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah, come here. Wow.
I feel like I win a bet. I feel like me and my mom were definitely like, it's gonna be a furry. And it's a furry. I love it.
Why would you assume that the guy's a furry? That's so fucking weird. How weird are people up in Seattle? Is it like California now? It sounds like people are very leftist and very, very fucking weird up there. Like it's just a different kind of ethos up there. I don't know. Me and my mom we were 50-50 on you were going to be a furry. Really? Thought this was like a real niche subculture here.
Okay.
Wow, yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
everything
Sit
about
down.
you. What's your persona's name?
Oh, Cryptic.
Cricket?
Cryptic.
Cryptic. Okay.
Cryptic.
Like mysterious, whatever,
I
yeah.
like cryptic. Okay, so did you make this?
No, my friend did.
Okay.
It was roughly $2,500, which crazy good price.
That's insane. I mean, it's basically like what is it, like a fur coat with a, I don't know, the animal head or whatever, $2,500? Jesus Christ. Let me guess, this person probably can't afford rent.
That's a good price? I don't know anything about like how much this
that's
stuff
a crazy
costs.
good price about that stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you're gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
I really like your eyeliner.
Thank you.
You did a really good job.
Thank you. Your dog is handsome.
I want to know about you.
Okay, well after this.
Yeah, tell me, what are your hobbies? What are you into?
I'm working as a graphics designer at my church. I'm studying Korean. I took Mandarin in college.
I'm just an American that knows English.
It's good enough. It's good enough. English is hard,
I
especially
had sign
American
language
English.
a little bit back in high
Sign
school,
language?
but
Okay.
She's kind of cute and she seems really nice, but I feel so bad for her. She's obviously got to have some issues. I don't love the eyeliner that makes her kind of Egyptian looking. And I'm not crazy about her hair, but she's a good looking girl. She is cute.
yeah,
Cool,
but
cool.
I'm so rusty. I couldn't even tell you hi. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
all good.
A bit about my hobbies. I mean,
Yeah.
other than being a furry, going out to conventions every once in a while, and wearing this for occasions such as like dates, I also am a musician.
Okay.
I make music. I produce. What are your other questions about furries? Like,
Oh gosh.
tell me
Okay,
about
okay. How long have you been one?
I'd say 2016.
Okay.
2016, that's when I had a relationship, and I'm a furry, this is what I like, and I'm like, well, I'm a good boyfriend. I'm gonna
2016. I wonder what happened that year that might have melted your fucking brain and made you want to do this. Basically pushed you over the cliff.
do what you do. And then it's like, I started making my own character, and then she was really toxic, so she ended up being like, I'm not a furry anymore. We're breaking up, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna continue to being a furry and go yourself.
Got it.
And she was the one who was being toxic because she wanted to go and live a normal life and probably like start a family and have babies and, not do psychotic shit that you do when you're like 19 years old. I don't know how old this dude is supposed to be, but...
So I kind of rolled with that,
Okay.
came up with this.
Did you ever like have any preconceptions about it?
Every now and then becomes difficult. Yeah, they ask what a furry is. I give them a very vague answer because it really means so many different things to people. It could mean that it's a lifestyle. It could mean it's just a little hobby of yours. So when I explain that I'm a furry, it becomes a little hard to understand for them. I understand that there is a stigma.
We understand that you're probably a fucking pervert and that you have no shame. And I don't want to be overly judgmental, but this is just such a weird fucking subculture. And I know this isn't a hot, spicy take, but I really do try to understand, like, what do these people think they're doing?
Of furries, like the common questions I ask is, do you have sex in that?
I was thinking about asking that.
I never got those
Don't you
stigmas
dare.
First
Okay,
getting into it.
okay.
Once social media boomed up, then I started getting the hatred, but
I'm
I
sorry.
was
I just have to say, Gary in the chat, so do you want puppies? Good one. I was also going to stop for a minute and say, Jake, I found you because of Aaron Imholt. So he's referring to Aaron Imholt of Steel Toe. By the way, shout out to Aaron. He was really great. Check out my interview with Aaron. from Steel Toe Morning Show on my channel. We talked about a lot of the stuff that he's into and a lot of the lolcow stuff on our corner of the lolcow side of the internet. But I also wanted to ask Jake, I don't know if you can answer this question for me if you're still in the chat, Jake, but you said something that Aaron Imholt hates you. What happened? Did something happen between you guys? Caught a little bit of that interview with you guys, but I did not see anything about you guys getting into a falling out. So, yeah, if you want to fill me in on that, or maybe we could talk about it when I have you on the channel. Anyways, we'll get back to the video.
Just growing up to know how to handle that.
Right, that's good at least.
AKA ignoring you.
Yeah. How often do you go out like this in public, if at all? Like on a normal basis?
I mean, every now and then, whenever I'm going to like a convention,
Okay.
those are the occasions that I'm like, okay, I'll bring it. So it's like a few times a year, but like it could be more than that. I like this. I like this so much.
Me too.
Actually, if I may now ask, since
Okay.
you asked so much about being a furry, do you want to consider being a furry one day?
It's a cult.
I'm not sure that my wallet would ever be able to sustain that.
Yeah, $2,500. It really is a cult. It's asking somebody, would you like to spend $2,500? Like, fuck that, dude. No, and you know what? Just look at this girl. I mean, she's a little kooky, a little artsy or whatever, but she doesn't seem like she really wants to be part of like a fringe subculture like that. Good on her. You could just see her like, no, she doesn't want to be mean about it, but she's like, yeah, no, yeah.
It's a good time to explain then that when it comes to being a furry, it's not about the suits.
Okay.
It's not about the suits. It's not about, you know, having to wear this and walk around barking at people. Like, that's not what it's about.
Okay.
What's really weird, I think, is the fact that you couldn't just like whip the fursuit out later and just casually bring up, yeah, sometimes I dress up as an animal, whatever. It's kind of a weird kinky sexual thing or something. But the fact that you actually have to show up to your blind date with the fursuit, I feel like that's the step that makes this a little fucking weird.
It's about more just having this interest of animals doing things and just the entire like community itself. Growing up, I was a lot more shy, but I became more extroverted. Talking about me being a furry helps with being able to show more my interests, my hobbies as a conversation starter for me.
Do you ever talk about anything other than being a furry, though? Because so far, that's all I've heard this guy fucking talk about.
How well can you see through that?
I see pretty well.
Okay.
I see your mascara. I see the awesome lipstick that you have on. Your hair is really beautiful.
Thank you.
I love your shirt.
Thank you so much.
Do you find me strange?
In a good way, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like the good way part.
He wants to be strange. Wow. He doesn't seem like he's trying to get that reaction out of people at all.
No, I love embracing the weird.
Will you please excuse me for just a second?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
All right, I'll be right here, yeah.
I'm going to fucking go to the bathroom and never come back. She's about to climb out of a bathroom window. Did she take her purse with her, too?
It is going way better than I expected. I did not expect for her to get super excited upon me walking in. She didn't like dig in deep to like, you know, super personal questions about me sexually or whatnot being a furry. It was.
The thing is, though, she so far hasn't gotten to see your real face. She doesn't get to see what you look like. So is it possible that maybe part of this is you being insecure with your looks or something, or maybe you having a social phobia? Let's see how he is when he takes the suit off.
Just down to earth, and I appreciate that so much.
Okay, I feel like I have to give you another hug.
Get over here.
I like your outfit.
Thank you. I like. Of course, I already said I liked yours. I can't get over it.
I gotta say, they do look like they'd be a good couple. They do look like two people who would date each other.
Yeah. As you're deciding, how do you think this date's going so far?
I think it's going awesome.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think so too.
Were you nervous to,
I
know,
feel
for
a
the
lot
reveal?
better than I did before.
Good.
I just don't like waiting, like, oh my God, where is she?
Are you a little cooler now?
Oh, I feel.
Temperature-wise?
Oh, yes. Oh, it gets super hot in there.
Do you feel different than when I came in the first time?
Definitely, I'm a lot less on the body language. I still move my hands, but yeah, I feel a lot better. I like showing myself. I don't like always being in the suit.
Yeah.
And so I feel so much better.
This guy looks like he's very awake right now, if you know what I'm talking about. And he looks like one of those people who would just prattle on in conversation about being present in the moment and being grounded. Oh, I fucking hate those type of people.
I
Okay,
can see you more. So what are you looking for in a relationship? Are you looking right now?
I'm actually kind of coming out of the longest relationship of my life right now.
Yeah.
So this is my first time that I've been like taking intentional time to be single.
You know what you should do? Rebound with a furry. That's the best. That's definitely the best way to go about it.
I don't think I'm looking for anything serious, but like this experience has been awesome. How about yourself?
Yeah, so I did have a really bad breakup. Like when I was 18, basically just things weren't matching up. Partly was the furry thing. Then she ended up cheating me the worst way. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Do you feel like I'm a good communicator?
I think so. I haven't been confused.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I haven't felt like pressured to be the one carrying the conversation or anything.
Yeah, I worked a lot on that. I used to not even be able to hold a conversation, but now I've worked on that very, very hard and putting myself in very uncomfortable situations to get to this point.
And that's how you're gonna grow, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations.
Man, I really hate, if there's anything I like hate about dating, it's the awkward, weird pressure you have to have this type of like real talk conversation with somebody that you don't know. Like, as shitty as small talk and tiny talk can be, sometimes like feeling the need to overcompensate with this like, yeah man, let's have a real deep conversation, it's like, I don't know, seems kind of weird. They seem like they're getting along pretty good. She seems like a nice girl. I mean, I came in here kind of wanted to make fun of this guy, but just look at his fucking eyes. This guy's definitely a tweaker. I know somebody in the chat was saying, I'm going to take a second to catch up on the chat in a minute, but they were saying that this girl seems like she might be a tweaker. This dude, just look at those fucking eyes, dude. I've seen that 1,000-yard stare. I've definitely been there, man. I get it. I mean, I'm not like I don't do like uppers and meth. I don't do that type of shit. I don't do like drugs. I'm like a weed guy, but this guy obviously smokes weed, but I'm getting a little bit of a crystal meth kind of vibe off this guy.
Yeah, so
It's all a learning curve. We totally killed our food, clearly.
I mean, yeah.
You ready to go?
I am down.
Let's go.
What are you talking about? You didn't even take a bite out of that. What did he just get, fries? She got a salad? These two people eat like fucking birds.
I'm so down, yeah.
So fun.
Here, give me that, come on.
So fun. When you have to say something is fun, I don't know.
Day went great. It was not expected that she was going to be super excited about me being a furry. It felt really relieving just to know I can be able to be open about it and talk about it and be a lot more, open to ask very specific questions about it. When I took my suit off, I didn't feel all that more vulnerable, so I feel very comfortable taking off my head in front of her.
I think it was really fun. I had no expectations going into it, but it was an awesome time. I like that he's a weirdo in his own right. I mean, everyone deserves to be a little bit of a weirdo, I think. And to have such a out
now
there
she's the dog.
part of you be a big part of your lifestyle, I think is very cool.
God, it went so well. I was not expecting that.
I wasn't either.
Yeah, how about you? What were your expectations?
I didn't have any, and they exceeded them anyways.
Yeah. Would you want to go on a second date?
Sure.
Yeah?
The whole time, though, you have to be in the suit.
Oh, the whole
Just kidding.
I mean, I will.
Maybe I'll get a suit, too.
Oh, well, I'm glad it worked out for these guys. Honestly, you know what? It's funny because these videos, and I think they're kind of designed to be like this, as I go into it like, oh, these weird fucking subculture motherfuckers, and they actually seem to be like nice people. I'm falling for the fucking grift. You know that's exactly what it is. So we're going to move on to the next video in a second. Some of these are kind of funny, goofy things I was planning on doing on the other show. I'm going to take a second to just catch up with the chat. So right now I have the chat like on my phone. So forgive me if I look like I'm looking down at my phone. So yeah, I don't know if Jake has, Jake hasn't said anything in the chat. I was wondering if he had the question. I'm sorry. I was wondering if he had the answer about what happened between him and Aaron. So your friend Paul, she keeps drugs in that purse. Gabriel Ruiz. Hey, Adam. What's up, Gabriel? I know this is going to turn into like the Opie radio podcast, but just wanted to say hey to everybody in the chat. Maybe abusing Adderall, your friend Paul. Yeah, I definitely think that guy's got some kind of an unnatural. Maybe he's on Adderall. Maybe he's prescribed for it. He definitely seems like the type of person that would be. He seems like the type of person that would have like a legitimate Adderall subscription. Maybe she could take him for a walk in the park. That's fucking funny. Yeah, brother, man. I know I'm basically doing the Opie routine right now. He is the Craigslist house painter guy. Look through your daughter's bedroom window. I don't understand that. That one might have gone over my head a little bit. What's up, Gary Crouch, brother, man? Yeah, so anyways, I was actually watching one of Opie's streams today. I get the feeling he might be working on his shit a little bit, but let's watch this video because I skimmed this one a little bit, and this is kind of funny. We can't watch the whole thing, though, and I'll explain why in a second.
My name is Jesse, and I'm 7 years old. I smoke cigarettes and roll weed. My favorite drink is whiskey. If you don't like it, you can shut the up.
That kid's fucking awesome. Dude, if I had a son like that, I wouldn't scold him for talking that way. I'd be bringing him around to all my drinking buddies like, hey, look at my kid. Isn't he great? Fucking kid rules.
When my mom says I have to go to school, I punch her, I kick her, and slap her.
Good. Nice. I'm sorry. Adam Goldstein TV does not condone violence against women. I just thought that was a silly, absurd comment. Disavow.
When my mom gets in my face, I say, shut the up, you stupid bitch.
Nice.
Laugh at her face. I'm 7 and no one can tell me what the to do.
I hear that, dude.
Shut the up.
I love this kid.
This is not the way I raised her. I take her to church every Sunday.
My name is Candace and I am 9 years old. I call my mother a stupid ass bitch and a dumb. When my mom tells me what to wear, I tell her to shut her mouth. I dress sexy everywhere, at the playground and at school. When I grow up, I will be a stripper and make a lot of money.
Guys, this is why you don't want to vote for the Democratic Party. This is what they want to turn your children into.
Look how upset your mother is.
I don't give a damn if I talk about. My name is Jaden and I'm 7 years old. I like to show off my sexy stomach and my sexy balls.
What the fuck?
Right now I'm dating 3 boys. When my mom doesn't let me wear my sexy clothes, I slap her around. I may be 7, but I have a body of a 17-year-old woman. Shut up! I don't care what you guys say. These are my clothes. I could wear whatever I want.
Okay, guys, we're tapping out of this one. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. Okay, so one thing I wanted to mention is, sorry, I didn't get the chance to mention this earlier, but I actually recorded earlier with the Bernie and Zach show. So the Bernie and Zach show is a great podcast. I just got into it, and it's kind of like a southern come town. So these guys, I think they're starting to kind of build an audience now. But yeah, if you could see this right here, they just did a little promotional thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. But definitely go follow them on Twitter at Bernie and Zach. And definitely check out their podcast. They're on Apple Podcasts. That's how I listen to them, through the Apple Podcasts. But they do have video podcasts, and my appearance on their show is going to be up tomorrow. So please do me a favor and check that out. So go listen to the Bernie and Zach show. Follow them on YouTube and check them out on Apple Podcasts because, like I said, my episode is going to be it's going to be available sometime tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to get out of that, and we're going to watch one more video. Does this child preacher understand the words he's yelling? We're going to find out.
And I see here, it seems like these kids are just regurgitating Bible verses. I want to know if you really understand what it is that you are preaching.
I'd like to make up a reading comprehension test for these kids to see if they really...
You're not on mic, so... This student's an A student in the school.
Could you maybe give me a Bible verse?
Oh, that doesn't mean
interpret it or something?
Yeah, could you preach for us and let us, and then tell us what it is you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Could you, Duffy? Could you? In your own words.
Holy shit, this kid looks scared, man. He looks terrified. This is like me when I get called out on something. I'm just like, fucking, if you were a cartoon, he'd be friggin' tugging his collar right now. You'd see a bead of sweat dripping down his head. Poor kid.
But you're preaching it.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
You want me to actually,
Okay.
Well, there's a verse. There's a verse. You want him to preach?
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Yes.
Let him preach.
Yeah, go ahead. Stand up right where you are if you want to. Go ahead.
Jeffy, do you want to preach?
If you want to. If you don't want
the
to,
audience shouldn't be able to intimidate you into this. If you want to do it, it's up to you.
Well, why should you be able to intimidate him into doing it? I don't know if you're his father or his handler or whatever, and I know I just want to acknowledge the absurdity of, I know, yes, I'm sitting here criticizing people in the 90s who are probably dead already, but I don't know.
Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my
He's so angry.
In this adulterous and sinful generation.
This kid is gonna have a heart attack by the time he's 8 years old.
Of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed.
Nice.
Okay.
He's a good kid.
Now, wait a minute. Wait just a minute, please. People want to know what that means that you just said. In your own word, tell us, what does that mean?
It means just what it says.
It just did, you know, what I said, it just means what it says. Holy shit. Oh, you got called out, kid. Ooh. Oprah fucking burned you. Fucking, I do feel bad for him. They're ganging up on a fucking 8-year-old kid. He doesn't know what the fuck he's saying.
No. That's right. Don't yell it to us. Tell us what that means. Well, I've never read the Bible, let's pretend, and I don't understand that type of...
I love this woman's fucking haircut. Sexy.
Language. Tell me how that applies in my own life.
Well, what I'm screaming is...
What I'm screaming is... Okay.
The Bible definition of preaching is Isaiah 58:1. It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet.
Stay away from the Bible.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Tell us in your own words.
How do you stay away from the Bible if you're going to preach, though?
The Bible says you're to speak as the oracles of God. If you don't want to talk the way this Bible talks, you should keep your mouth shut.
This guy just looks like such an asshole. Yeah, he definitely talks like one too, though. But I don't know. I kind of dig him. If I were casting a movie and I was going to have like some asshole, I was going to like cast the role of a scumbag preacher who's like embezzling money from a church. He looks like the kind of guy who'd get caught embezzling money.
Okay, yes, ma'am. We still look, but you understand what people are saying. They want you to interpret what you just said, Duffy.
The Bible says, does not interpretation belong to God? Genesis chapter 40. Read it.
I understand that, David. What we're saying is, though, Duffy, do you understand what you just said? Could you put into your own words what you just said?
Yeah, I know what it means, but I just can't...
Please let him speak, yes.
Means, well, I know what it means, but it's just hard to understand. But you gotta realize that the prophets were out there saying, thus saith the Lord, and they didn't even know who it was. They didn't understand what they were saying.
No, that poor kid, man. I wonder what the fuck's going on with him right now. He's either probably has like a sex addiction, or he's got like a meth addiction, or who knows. That poor kid. Poor fucking kid. So anyways, I'm going to take a super quick break in a minute, but first I'm going to just catch up with the chat a little bit. And guys, you just got to understand I'm new to this whole like chat live kind of stream thing, so appreciate you guys. Hold on a second. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I got the graphic up. So yeah, I'm new to doing this, so I really appreciate your guys' kind words and your patience. So let's see. Brother man, stop it. You're not Opie. You have talent from Gabriel. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think Opie's trying. I'm going to be getting into that later in a minute. And I think Opie actually sees all the people like me. Like, I'm talking people like me, I mean like douchebags who've never been in broadcasting, never done a show before, start to kind of build a small audience, and I think that's what he wants to do. So I think he seems to be putting a little bit of work into it. This has to be a work. I don't know what you were referring to, Paul. Lol, wanna be bad babies. Oh, yeah, that's the children. Yeah, they did seem like they were fucking acting. Southern Comfort. Oh, your friend Paul. Yeah, Southern Comfort, that's a reference to... the Bernie and Zach show being like a Southern come town. It's a good show. You guys got to check them out. Thanks, Ben Shapiro, when he was a kid. He kind of does look like Ben Shapiro. Yeah, Ben Shapiro's a creepy-looking motherfucker. Old school, pre-fat, skinny fat Oprah. Yeah, she looks weird with that eyeshadow, too. Well, what's up, ads? Oh, Dabblers Unanimous. What's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy? The Guitar, Rabbi, Dabblers Unanimous. Guys, check out Dabblers Unanimous on YouTube. he's one of the best Stuttering John channels out there, and it's great to see him do his show. He does a lot of original content too, where he'll do songs. Show's got some great production. You know, you and Kevin, you guys definitely inspired me to try the live streaming thing. So definitely shout out to Dabblers Unanimous. If you guys follow any Stuttering John stuff, or if you're into Who Are These Podcasts, check out Dabblers Unanimous on YouTube. Check them out right now. And also don't forget to check out stutjoradio.com, STUTJO radio.com. And he's got a lot of archives, a lot of clips, a lot of good content up there. Thanks, Dabblers. Dabblers also said, you're doing an amazing job, brother. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, dude, no, you got it, Chris. Anyways, so I'm just still testing out my little setup with OBS right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the, I'm going to get this screen up, I'm going to get the screen up, and I'm just going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to talk about some other videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. You're watching the Gold Stream right here on Adam Goldstein TV. Hey, Chad, dude, we're still live. Don't go anywhere. What's up? Hey, to everybody in the chat, what's up, Chad? And what's up, Dabblers Unanimous, too? And what else? There was another comment in here. Sam Hyde is live streaming. Be right back. That's funny. Okay. So, guys, we are back, and just want to say thank you guys so much for bearing with me. I really wanted to just go live today to just make sure the bitrate shit's going, like, strong and working fine. It actually seems like it's going pretty good, so I was a little worried about it. I didn't know how this was going to go. So far, so good. I don't know if the content is necessarily top-notch, but I'm going to get there. I'm definitely going to be doing these more often. So I appreciate you guys for commenting and watching. And, yeah, definitely we're going to be getting to some other stuff right now. So I'm going to bring up the screen. Okay, that works. I forgot to do it earlier. If I ever forget to bring up the screen, feel free to let me know. Trying to make sure not to fuck these things up. Okay, so we are going to watch. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with noise genre. I've become, over the last couple of years, I've become a big fan of it, and it's an acquired taste. But I thought it might be something good to just show you guys. Even if you think it's stupid, you might just get a kick out of it. So this is one of my favorite noise genre bands called Hijo Kadan, and they're live on Italian TV in the 90s. So let's check this one out for shits and giggles.
E stasera, per chi vuole venire, a Rivolta, al centro sociale occupato di Rivolta, a Marghera, ci sarà l'ultima esibizione della tournée italiana di questi signori.
Sentiamo questi signori dal Giappone.
They're from Japan. I feel like this could be a little louder. My influences are Yoko Ono and Yoko Ono. I think the theremin is a nice touch. I think it really adds to it. Look at the cameraman. He's trying to be polite. He's trying not to, like, laugh at them. Just imagine, like, and I know some of you guys probably, I'm sure this is something that unless you've kind of been ingratiated into this, like, subculture of noise genre music, I could see most of you probably think this is psychotic, but it's just so funny to see the normie reaction to this type of music, especially back then. I mean, this was 1997. It was definitely a different world back then. Just wanted to give a shout out to Obnoxious John. What's up, dude? Obnoxious John, Dabblers Anonymous. Where the fuck is Kevin? Thought Kevin would watch live. Oh, well, you know what? Fuck him. Tell Kevin he can go fuck himself. I'm just kidding. I love Kevin. Check him out. Why Do I Podcast? Another great show that does great Stuttering John content. Why is he going like this? And I just want to say this band, they have some really good, like, recordings. They had an album, I think it was called Tapes, that I think is really good. But just sometimes I think to myself, like, I would want to pay a Japanese, like, if I were rich, I'd want to pay a Japanese woman to literally just, like, scream into my face. You know what I mean? And I would love to, like, pay, like, Japanese women to just, like, scream in my face when I'm sleeping, when I'm trying to sleep. But I just want to point out, just being totally honest, I'm being totally real here. Nothing about that would be sexual at all. I just want to put that out there. Nothing sexual. You don't have to like this genre of music, but you've got to admit, these people are pretty fucking passionate about what they do. I really wish this were louder. Honestly, like, the more you listen to this, like, the sound of blood-curdling Japanese women screams, like, it's so soothing. It's so ironic, but it can become, like, the most fucking soothing thing in the world. Don't worry, we're going to move on from this soon. I see people are probably starting to get a little bored with this. people in the audience are fucking plugging their ears, especially the people in the front row. Could you imagine actually being live for this? Okay, I think you guys get the point by now. We're going to move on. Yeah, okay. So anyways, check out Noise Genre. Check out Haijo Kadan. And I don't know, if you weren't able to see like the title in the thing, maybe I could throw a link up in the video description to some of my favorite Noise Genre shit. And just check the chat super quick. So, hey, OJ. Okay, people complain John is not streaming anymore, but there is years of Prime John. That's true. I mean, I was thinking about maybe going back and doing some rewinds with John. I'm trying not to overly rely on the Stuttering John stuff. So, like, part of me is like, maybe I should move on, but I honestly think he's still interesting. Like, my thoughts, and you know what, I'm going to give my thoughts on the Stuttering John stuff in a minute. I'm not going to get too bogged down with this, but somebody, Dabblers Unanimous, left a message and then retracted it. What did he say? I don't know, maybe it was a typo or something. Dabblers Unanimous, I'm looking at your retracted message. I'm wondering what that was. This band is winning me over. Yeah, Hydro Kadan, check them out. There's a lot of other great bands like this. And Move On, no, you like the noise genre stuff, Chad. That's pretty cool. Haha, the audience had no idea what they were getting into. Will they be covering the song on Steven's house? Pink Floyd, if Syd Barrett had stayed as the leader of the band. Yeah, Syd Barrett was definitely, he took a little too much acid. He definitely had some mental shit going on. Dabblers, lol. I think when John stopped streaming, he became less interesting to me. Well, supposedly he's going to be coming back. I was talking to somebody today. I was actually on the Bernie and Zach show, and if you guys are just joining us, I'm going to be on an episode of Bernie and Zach that's going to be coming out tomorrow. We were talking a lot about that. We were talking about John, and Bernie seems to think that John's not going to be coming back. So that's an interesting take. You get some people thinking that, and I think that this is my kind of operating theory, is, hold on one second, I'm going to get back in here so I don't have the stupid screen up. Let me see. This will be good because I can test out my, there we go. Okay, so anyways, so the operating theory that I have is that John is trying to wait basically until DabbleCon is over because, and I got to admit, I have to say, for John, I think this might not be the worst idea he's ever had because I feel like he's tried so hard and really gone overboard trying to get Carl in all these different ways with the lawsuits and the cease and desists and all this other bullshit, trying to stir up drama, trying to send trolls after him, trying to threaten him, dox him, all the weird shit. And this shit has been done to me, and it's been done to everybody else who's ever given Stuttering John any attention on the internet. But basically, so what happened was, I really think that he realized, you know what? If I just wait it out, if I don't stream for another couple of months, because it's getting to the point where I don't think John's really making enough money to even justify giving Carl the content, giving Shuli the content or whatever. And some people were saying it's really about money with him. But I think it's not the worst idea for him to try to say, that's the one way that he can really sabotage Carl's event. That having been said, it's still going to be great. I think there's still going to be lots of great content. I think the way that they're planning it, it's like they've known for quite some time that John might not be around or he might be just kind of holding out for a little bit. So I'm sure they'll find a way around it. It'll still be a great event, but you got to admit, like if John were still making new content, they'd be able to put some stuff together. And I think that's my operating theory is John's just trying to kind of hit Carl in the wallet a little bit. Just, sort of withhold, not give him much. But if John were to really not come back, I mean, I wonder if that would be something that would be for medical reasons or if his ego is really bruised, if it's really damaged. Because it seems like even his community is fucking turned against him. And, not without reason. I mean, he's given them no explanation. These are people who have... and Carl has covered this extemporaneously on WATP, but John's basically taken the entire community of people who've given him their time, who they've supported him, they've done all the shit for him for free, and he gave them no explanation as to why he disappeared for, now it's over a month, because he made it sound like he was going to take December off. It looks like he's going to be taking January off as well. So that's 2 fucking months you had been collecting Patreon money not paying it out to people. Not to mention, I'm one of those people, man, I make the tiniest little mistake, like, and I'm instantly like, hey guys, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You don't have to be always like that. I don't feel like you should be always explaining yourselves like all these YouTubers are. You know what I'm talking about? Where you tune into a video and you're not even part of a community. You're just clicked on a video and they're like, I'm so sorry that last week I didn't upload something. So you don't have to be like that. But at the very least, to just disappear for 2 months when you have like a community of people that support you and not say anything, that's kind of weird. So, I do hope he gets better. I hope he comes back. And, if he comes back and it's the same old shit, I don't know if I'm going to be, chomping at the bit to make a video about him the second he comes back. But, I'd always said this with a lot of people who I talk to who follow the show is it going to be funny a year from now if John comes back? Is it going to be funny a year from now if he's in a wheelchair? And I'm asking you guys to really think about that. Like, I know a lot of you might just say, oh, who cares? It's his fucking MO. You fucking make your bed and you lie in it or whatever. But I really do think it's going to be different. It's going to be sad if, the Stuttering John arc ends in a really sad way. I don't want to see that happen with him. I want to see him come back. I think him getting healthier, just a little bit healthier, would be good because I think it would be a change. It would be different, where it's one of those weird things where John, for so long, you kept thinking he was about to hit rock bottom, and then when he didn't and he would find a new bottom and sink lower, it was funny, it was unexpected, but now it's like he's just been tumbling downhill. He's been in a fucking self-sustaining downward spiral for so long that I think now it's one of those things where to see him pull up and to level off for a little bit, I think that's what needs to happen in order for shit to stay fresh. Because, it's just I feel like some of the shit John was doing for a while, it felt like it was more of the same. It was kind of the same old shit, and it wasn't hard to make fun of. It wasn't getting hard to make fun of it. It was too easy to make fun of it. That was really the problem. And then he was starting to lean into it a little bit. Did you guys see that episode where he had like the stain on his shirt and he's like, hey guys, I got a stain on my shirt. It looked like he put it there on purpose. So anyways, I'm sorry. That is a huge, long rant. Way too long for me to just be yapping about the shit. And you guys are giving me, you guys have been way patient. So I really appreciate it. Definitely going to be doing these streams more. And I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. I'm going to get to the chat in a minute. But first, we're going to get back to another video. And this one, I just want to say, let me just check and make sure I got the right take. I do. Okay, good. So this one is actually a video about Jaden Smith. So I've been interested in this family for a long time because I've always been a fan of Will Smith. Obviously, what happened with the Oscar slap and his whole relationship and their family dynamic is absolutely fucking insane. And I think unique even for a Hollywood family. But one of the things that made me very interested in Jaden Smith was it was kind of how I got into Revenge of the Sis, because I first heard about them because Carl had mentioned them on WATP. And then I think one of the first videos, it was like a clip from their channel, not an entire episode, but it was a segment where they were making fun of Jaden Smith's birthday party. Maybe I can react to it sometime. I won't do it now. But it was so good. It was so insightful and funny, and it really made me a Revenge of the Sis fan. So check out that video, Revenge of the Sis, Jaden Smith, 21st birthday party. And we're going to watch this video right now. Oh, fuck. I can't just enlarge it. Hold on. There we go.
What's going on, guys? It's Jazzy, and I'm here at Paris Fashion Week with Mr. Jaden Smith. Mr. Smith, how you doing today?
I'm so good. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Amazing. Amazing.
Why is fashion so important to you?
I feel like fashion is a way for you to express yourself, to show people who you are without saying anything, you know what I mean? And just being in a room and just, kind of expressing the way that you look at the world and the way that you see the world and
blah, 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 blah. Listen, Jaden Smith is a nice kid. He doesn't seem like an asshole. Like, he's an idiot, but he's not like an entitled bratty. He doesn't seem like he has a mean bone in his body, but just that pretentious, and this kid, I forget how old he is. No, he's 21 now, so fuck it. Yeah, he talks like a 16-year-old when, you're in school and you're being taught all of this stuff and you're regurgitating it and talking like this, trying to sound more intelligent. By the way, this has nothing to do with the black thing or the black dynamic. I see this in a lot of white kids too. I see a lot of kids who are 16. They're trying to present something that's a little more, I don't know. It's like they're trying to act more adult or something like that, and they come across like kind of, I don't even say nerdy, but just kind of like pretentious a little bit. So that's how he tends to kind of come off. And Jesus Christ, okay, we're burying the lead here. We're not even talking about the craziest thing, which is, what the fuck is that thing on his head? Is that supposed to be a hat? I hate this about fashion. This is what I hate, because I gotta say, he looks normal. He's got the hair or whatever. He's got the kinky hair, which to me is like crazy and wild enough. I like everything else about his outfit. It looks good. He looks like a school kid or like he's going to a funeral or something, but what the fuck is that thing on his head? That's embarrassing. It's so fucking stupid. And I know that sometimes fashion, let's like get that avant-garde element where they just put weird shit onto an outfit, but I think he looks like a fool.
Type of world that you want to live in, you know? So I think it's important for people to show their individuality, because I think that is an important part of culture.
No, it's not.
Wow. Well, I was going to say...
Wow, he just blew her fucking mind because she's like 8 years old.
Say basically the same thing to you as well. And I also feel like many people, they can show who they are.
Yeah.
Based on what they're wearing as well.
Yeah, it's true, because so many...
Really? But did you design the clothes? No, you like took a contract. You got paid to represent a fashion designer, and that's cool. I mean, good for you. I don't want to stop you from making money, but this idea that it shows who you are, no, it doesn't. It doesn't show who you are any more than like a celebrity that does a commercial for something, you know, for a fucking product, you know, whatever. Leonardo DiCaprio does a Pepsi commercial. You think he really believes in Pepsi? You think Pepsi really... I mean, this is a facile analogy because, you know, I don't think he did do a Pepsi commercial. Who gives a fuck? I'm rambling. Sorry.
People can just you can express little different nuances of your personality in ways that you can't, you know, just with words or with the things that you like or with music. But you know,
why does everything have to be so fucking pretentious? Why? Shit drives me. I'm not even pretending to be angry. It's just getting so old.
They all play a part in like forming you and like your personality. So you know, fashion has always been a thing for me, and I'm so happy for Stella and what she's doing here today, because sustainable fashion is so important too.
Stella!
And yeah, the show is awesome.
Oh yeah, I love the show as well. Did you enjoy
yourself? Is it awesome?
I did. I really did. It was a fun experience. It was a fun experience.
That's nice. I know that Miss Stella, she's very passionate about animals.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
were
to choose one animal to describe yourself, what animal would it be?
What animal would I choose to describe myself? Man.
Don't say it. You're not allowed to say it. There's one animal. You know what it is. You're not allowed to say it. And by the way, I just want to say, whoever is writing the N-word in my chat, I'd like you to stop, okay? Knock it off. That's not funny.
Man, I'll have to go with pterodactyl, I think. Just pterodactyl in the sky, just like a dinosaur just flying, you know?
All right.
What the fuck happened to this kid? Something really crazy. And this was when I was watching the Revenge of the Cis segment I was talking about earlier that they did on his 21st birthday. There's something so fractured about his personality. Like his behavior, his demeanor is so weird. I can only think of one other person, Macaulay Culkin. You know what I'm talking about? Where he seems like a nice guy. He doesn't seem like miserable, like he's going to kill himself or anything like that, but he's got this weird manicness to his personality. If you've ever seen him, like he's made the rounds. I know he was reclusive for a while, but he's made the rounds doing some live streams. He did some Red Letter Media stuff, and there's something about him. He just seems so fucking weird, and it's off-putting, his like over the top, like manic, nice personality. And I think that Jaden has a fractured personality, kind of like he does. But what Revenge of the Cis we're talking about is like something happened to this kid. This kid was ass fuck. Something traumatic happened to this kid, because the way he is, he seems like he's on. I know he's not, but he seems like he's on fucking drugs or something.
Yeah.
I mean, one. What about you?
For me, I'll pick a tiger.
Okay, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. Yeah.
Why would you pick a pterodactyl? I want to know. I mean, they're very cool. Well, they were cool.
Yeah, they were cool. I just want to fly, you know what I'm saying? I just want to fly in the sky, so that's why I feel.
Ugh. Yeah. Just ask R. Kelly how that worked out for him. Here's an idea. If you're like an R&B rapper, like a celebrity black guy, don't ever talk about how you can fly. Just, you know. Ugh.
Like, I'm a pterodactyl at heart.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah, well, flying is dope anyways.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh, I hate when people say dope. I hate how that's become like a new trend for normies who want to sound cool. Dope. That's so dope. This is dope. You know what? You shouldn't use the word dope unless you're talking about marijuana.
That's my main goal. That's my main goal in life.
Can you talk about what you're wearing right now? And are you wearing any Stella pieces?
You know, I'm not wearing any Stella pieces right now.
Stella!
This t-shirt that I have underneath is a Stella shirt. But yeah, I'm just wearing my all black trippy summer suit, my sunflower hat. and
That's
my
what it
little
is. That's what it is. It's a sunflower hat. Oh my god. You want to look like a flower? Ugh. Fucking poor kid. I feel so bad for him.
shirt, you know what I'm saying?
You look nice, but at the end of the show, we need to get you some Stella pieces right there. We need to get you a Stella outfit.
We need to get that goddamn fucking black, stupid, sunflower-looking piece of shit off your head. Fucking nut. What are you doing? What are you doing, kid? Fucking poor kid.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, I'm wearing Stella right now, and I look
you looking
drippy.
fly, you know what I'm saying? You going crazy with this. I need this. This is what I need, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. It's that simple.
We need to talk to Stella for that.
Yeah, facts, yo. Well, thank you so
Yeah, we need to get you to look more weird.
much for this.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you.
No problem. Oh, before we leave, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Yo, go out there. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. Go after your dreams.
Nope.
Don't let people hate on you and tell you that you can't do it, because you can do it.
No, you can't.
Organize your thoughts and make it a reality.
Yeah, you could just like organize your thoughts, like go into your $50 million mansion, just go into your swimming pool, just ask your dad Will Smith for $1 million so that you can start 17 different companies like Paris Hilton. Oh my god, these people and their fucking bullshit. I can't stand it. I feel bad. I shouldn't be so mad at him. He's just a nice kid who got caught up in the cesspool of Hollywood, So, anyways, I'm going to take a second here. We're going to read the chat, and then we're going to watch another video. I'm sorry. I know this is a slow way to kind of do the chat thing, and I'm not trying to make the show come to a grinding halt, but I've really got nowhere to be, so appreciate you guys hanging out. Really appreciate the comments and all the support. Up next, Hall & Oates. Will they be covering this song at Steven's house? I mean, Daryl's house. Sorry, I'm not sure exactly what they're talking about. Your friend Paul, I think when Stutjo stopped streaming, he became less interesting to me. Yeah. Chad T.I. Thanks, Chad. I really appreciate you guys watching. John's personality type will compel him to return. That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that John will eventually come back. And I'm hoping that he gets himself better so that he's not feeling so stressed out. If he just is able to kind of do his show a little bit better, or just, there's no reason John has to be, you know what I mean? I'm not one of these fucking people that wants to ruin the guy's life. I just enjoy laughing at a retard, John is currently taking a knee and running out the clock of the Super Bowl. DabbleCon. Yeah, I think that wouldn't be, and I don't want to put any ideas in John's head, but I think that's probably what he's doing, and I think that wouldn't be the stupidest. That would be the one time where he actually had an idea of how he could fuck Carl up a little bit. But in the end, it's not going to work. It's not going to stop DabbleCon from happening. It's just going to keep there from being fresh content for it. Which, I'm not going to lie, that does kind of stink, Because I'm looking forward to checking that out. I'm not repulsed. It's fascinating. You're talking about John. John is driven by spite. Chad T.I. John is currently just taking in... Oh, I already read that one. I'm fucking retard. Retard Goldstein over here. Dabbler's unanimous. It seems it can go either way. He wants Shuli to pay him or he isn't coming back. But Shuli rightfully isn't going to do that. But I think he could come back when his tactic doesn't work. Well, he's going to be really disappointed in himself because I forget who it was. It might have been Blind Mike or maybe it was Carl. Carl was on one of the shows. I was listening to one of the bonuses with Carl, and the thing that Carl was saying was that John, and we saw the tweet where John said Shuli pay up, and I could pull that up in a minute, but we don't have to go through his tweets, but he basically said Shuli pay up. He wants... Apparently, the word on the street is he wants $10,000. Stuttering John wants he wants to be paid $10,000, and then he said he would appear at DabbleCon, And I don't know how much money like these guys really make after expenses and everything like that between Carl and Shuli. I know they do well, but I think their attitude was like, no, fuck that. That's too much. And I totally do get that, because 10,000, there's no way John really deserves 10,000, but it's the difference between him not streaming anymore, him not doing shows, and him actually showing the fuck up at DabbleCon. Like, I'm not going to lie, that would be pretty fucking cool, because I'm not going to DabbleCon, but if I knew Stuttering John was going to be there, you know what I mean? Even if he and Carl had worked everything out, to me, that would be worth, I'd just be like, fuck it. I might just get on a plane and go, because it's not like I want to meet Stuttering John, but I think that would be cool. I think that would be the only thing that would be more epic than everything else that's ever happened, would be John actually meeting Carl and John actually sitting there while they fucking roast him. I mean, part of me is thinking, it's not my money to spend, but part of me is like, oh, you guys, it's a shame they couldn't just scrape together 10,000 or, put together a GoFund, something to just say, you know what, fuck it, let's just pay him, because it would be so fucking awesome. But I don't think the problem is that John's been such a fucking asshole to everybody over the years, including Shuli, which, for those of you who don't understand why Shuli does what he does about John, if you don't understand why Shuli has decided to go so hard on John, he left him alone for the longest fucking time. So anyways, I'm not going to keep rambling about this topic, because I probably am not as up on it as I could be. I'm sure that Chris, I saw Chris in the chat. What's up, Kinky Loco? What's up, Chris? And everybody. So Chris was in the chat, and he was saying that that he thinks that they shouldn't pay him. I totally understand that, but in other words, I think he's somebody, the people who are in the chat right now, you guys probably know a lot more about this, could probably speculate better than I can. So instead of me rambling on and on, we're going to go to another video. But yeah, just, I hope that things kind of work themselves out. Hope it works out in a way where everybody is going to benefit. Because at the end of the day, or whatever, a rising tide kind of lifts all boats. It's going to be good for everybody if things kind of work themselves out. So we're going to go to the screen now, and I'm going to watch another video, and hope you guys enjoy this one. I don't know if after I can ask you guys a couple of questions, and maybe you guys could just give me some insight into that stuff with the Stuttering John stuff. So we're going to watch this one now.
The real great adventures of them and Bob. Whole wager.
Somebody sent me this. Forget who. It's like the two most fucking white trash people on the internet. And that's saying a lot, too. It's pretty... The internet's become pretty white trashy. That's the big long intro. Perfect karaoke song. This is like that episode of Family Guy where Peter's singing Baba O'Reilly by The Who on karaoke. And it's like 7 minutes of him just going like this before he starts the song.
Wake up! Grab bread, put a little leg up. Hot start fade away the shake up. Why you leave keys on the table? Here you go, create another fable. Grab bread, put a little leg up. Hot start fade away the shake up. Why you leave keys on the table?
This guy's not even trying. This has got to be a fucking bit. These people are doing a bit.
I don't think you
Now sing it. She's really bringing out the big pipes, huh? Roar.
Wake up! Grab brush, put a little makeup. Hot scars fade away the shake up. Why you leave keys on the table? Create another fable. Grab brush, put a little makeup. Come on. Hot scars fade away the shake up. Why you leave keys on the table? I don't think you should.
What the fuck is this?
Father! Father! Father, into your hands I commit my spirit.
Type 1 in the chat if you would bang the woman.
Father, into your hands you've forsaken me. In your eyes forsaken me. Your eyes forsaken.
Okay, this is too bad. They're not even trying. This is Bev and Bob style music. They got 67,000 subscribers. How is that even fucking possible? Jesus Christ. All right, I got to tap out because this is just too silly. It's not funny. It's not funny enough to justify the time that I'm spending watching it. So, and then I wanted to watch another thing about Ethan Ralph and like try to make sense of. I'm trying to figure out exactly what the fuck is going on with the whole Ralphomania thing. And I'm new to the whole IBS thing. Like I'm new to whatever the fuck is going on, like on these corners of the internet, because this is not like my forte, but it's so fascinating. I've been trying to like kind of get caught up with it. I've been sort of like reading the goings on, and yeah, the thing is, like, I go and I try to figure out, okay, what happened? Like, did he get arrested? Did he get served? Was he swatted? What exactly the fuck happened? And then the more I read into it, the more confused I get. And it's not easy to always get clear answers as to what happened. So one of the people that I really like to watch is Pod Awful. And I know he does a lot of shitty, not shitty, but I mean like really mean content about people like Mersh. He had a huge falling out with Alex Stein, but he does really great content. The guy's a fucking genius when it comes to production. He's been doing graphic design for years. He built his own set out of like garbage. Like he's like a Red Bar, but like a more independent, more like to the point Red Bar. But anyways, he is all over this shit. He knows his shit when it comes to Ethan Ralph. He's been like very involved in that whole arc with Ethan Ralph, and he's had like a lot of crazy pranks and had a lot of back and forth. And I tried watching his stream and I don't know what it is. He's on the road, so his setup, I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. And it's like, it was just one of those like 3-hour streams where it's like you can't figure out how to just get to the point where you can answer the question about the thing. Sorry, I'm ranting on like a fucking idiot right now. So anyways, I want to get caught up with the chat, and then I'm probably going to wrap this up and start working on topics for another stream, possibly tonight, possibly tomorrow. I'm not sure. So let's see. I'm talking about John coming back too. I don't know if any of you guys have any insight. I'm going to read your comments. So John is currently taking a knee and running out the clock at the Super Bowl DabbleCon. That's what I think is happening. It seems it can go either way. He wants Shuli to pay him or he isn't coming back, but Shuli rightfully isn't going to do that. I don't think Shuli should pay him $10,000, but if they could all scrape together $10K, I think it would be worth having him at DabbleCon, and then maybe he'd just lighten the fuck up a little bit. I think if John got a chance to meet most of the people that are involved, there's some people that are fucking assholes and there's some, and I'm saying some people, so relax, dabblers. Like, I'm not saying it's most of the people in the community, but every community has its weirdos and it's fucking A-logs and the people that do like over-the-line type of shit to get attention. But I think most of the people in the universe, I think John would realize that I don't think that people are nearly as toxic or as mean or have it out for him as he thinks. I think it's really more just he's interesting. He's funny to laugh at. If he could lighten it up a little bit, you know what I mean? I'd like to see the heat get turned down a little bit just so things can continue, as opposed to the way things have been going, where it's just been getting too real and too fucking weird. Okay, Chad T.I., John's is ego than money. You mean like more ego than money? Yeah, I could see that. I mean, he seems like he's desperate. He seems like a guy that could use a cash infusion right now. Obnoxious John. Doesn't matter what John does. He'll never make money on the internet, but he'll be back. Well, yeah, I mean, he's got to figure out some way to fucking make money. The guy, he's not going to be able to continue to, I don't know. I mean, he's got money from his condo. Maybe he's planning on living off that. He kept charging for his Patreon, your friend Paul. Okay, Kinky Loco. What's up, Kinky? No, he stopped charging Patreon, but his YouTube still charges monthly. Oh, that's interesting to know. I think just the fact that he disappeared and didn't tell everybody what he was doing is kind of shitty. I was surprised that Kinky Loco was so mad at him. I'm sorry, not Kinky Loco, not you. Benny Loco. I'm surprised Benny Loco was so mad at him because I thought they had I don't know. I thought they were kind of tight. It's like there's got to be more to that story than him just disappearing. I get the sense she must have given him a lot of money over the years, and maybe he just isn't grateful, which to me kind of echoes the sort of thing that happened with Heather W. when, you know, somebody was giving John a helping hand and he didn't seem to really appreciate it. So, let's see. I hate that. Sorry I haven't uploaded, guys. I don't know what Chad's meaning. Yeah, I got to check out his channel, Chad TI. Yes, not a wheelchair. That would be bombing. Yeah, I was talking about me if John were in a wheelchair. Obnoxious John, yes, it would be funny if he comes back wheelchair drooling. John needs to be in fighting shape. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not going to be funny if he's crippled, you know, or if he's more decrepit. John can't keep going down without it becoming sad. That's my point. I don't want it to be sad. And I don't want the guy to fucking die. I don't think any of us really do. Anybody who's saying that is just, maybe you're just mad at him right now. And he came after my YouTube channel. The guy's fucked with me a lot. I could hate the guy if I wanted to. I don't. I really just don't care. John's content quality is irrelevant. He's just the raw material. From Chad TI, your friend Paul. Yeah, like when he wore his shirt backwards. Let me see. John lies like a weirdo. Instead of saying I work out all the time, John says I worked out every day for the past 30 years. Yeah, and everybody knows that that's not true. Rich Martin, good comment. The Chad TI, when he fixed shirt off camera, it revealed itself to be genuine. Chad TI. Let me see. The fuck is on his head? Oh, yeah, that's somebody referring to. Sorry, I'm reading like shit aloud. You guys can refer to the chat if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Gary Crouch, yap away, Adam. Oh, believe me, I will. Don't worry. Don't worry. I will just fucking never shut the fuck up. And I wish I get to set up my drops, too. That's another thing. I'd be playing my stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt. I got that drop. I'm going to be getting a stream deck soon anyway, so I'm going to figure all this shit out. Dr. Steve said he was in serious trouble. Gary Crutch, are you talking about his medical condition? Because I had Dr. Steve on. We did not really get into the Stuttering John stuff. I don't think he really wanted to anyway, so, like, that's fine with me. But I had a great interview. If you guys... I haven't gotten a lot of views on that one. If you guys haven't yet, go check out my interview with Dr. Steve. That's on this channel, so that went really well. And, yeah, I think Dr. Steve is fucking awesome. He was a great guest. I'd love to have him back on sometime. Dabbler's unanimous. Jaden says, yeah, individualism. Unless you disagree with me being woke, then you need to shut up, LOL. That's funny. I've never really seen him get political or get mad at people. I know he's obviously woke and he's like a Hollywood kid, but I'd never seen him get like really mad about stuff. So I haven't really watched that much content about him. It shows who he is, a guy who likes money, talking about John, of course. Yeah, it's funny how I, like, instantly right off the cuff, I know. I'm like, what do you mean? You're talking about Jaden? No, you're talking about John. Parenting, obnoxious John, yeah, referring to Jaden Smith, of course. Dabbler's unanimous, black the person who is typing the N-word. I haven't seen it, but just block that person. Yeah, not a bad idea. The Chad TI, sadly. Okay, this is like, I'm reading shit and not necessarily giving it context, so I apologize. This is like Opie and John. I have a lot of comments in the chat, which is really cool, and I didn't want to ignore them, so I'm going to take a minute. I'm not going to read every single one, but I just want you guys to know I'm looking and I'm reading and I'm hearing everything that you guys are saying, and I really appreciate it, so keep the comments coming. I also would be bringing them up on the screen so people can see them. The problem I have, the way my OBS is configured, I don't have chat integration yet. I don't have my soundboard integrated into this yet. So it's going to take a little time for it to get, like, you know, the way a lot of other streaming shows where they can do everything. I'm just a baby boomer trying to use OBS. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me. But yeah, I could just pull the fucking chat up on my phone. It's fine. So John deserves nothing, obnoxious John. Yeah, I could see a lot of people thinking that. I've made fun of his content over the years. I have never given him a dime. I've never, ever subscribed to any of John's shit and given him money, and so I understand that sentiment. But, I mean, it would be pretty fucking funny to have him at DabbleCon. John would get a standing ovation at Stuttering John, and he wouldn't even understand why. Gary Crouch. Yeah, that's a good insight. With John, everything is accidental. Let me see. I feel better about my singing now. I'm not sure what that's... Oh, yeah, I just forgot what the last fucking segment is, the Chop Suey thing. I thought that was kind of funny. It wasn't one of those clips we can watch the entire thing. It got a little stale after a while, so I had to shut it off. She needs to sing Justin Bieber songs. Dabbler's unanimous. Nice. The flamenco guitar piano is a perfect juxtaposition from Chad T.I. Obnoxious John 0. 1, -1. Okay, so 2 people don't want to fuck her. And Phil P, obviously you're goofing around. You said you would. Okay, all right. That's pretty cool. OJ may know. From Dabblers Unanimous. I don't know what that refers to. I'm sorry. I gotta read. I can't. The problem is I try not to read them in real time like John does, because then you lose complete control of your show. So when I get chat integration, I'll be able to, like, you know what I mean? I'll be able to walk and chew gum, multitask a little bit. No John at DabbleCon. Obnoxious John, does that mean you don't want to see him at DabbleCon, or you're saying he's not going to be there? Your friend Paul, they were at Tropicana and went to Cuba Libre nightclub. Obnoxious John, he gets his pension money in a few years. Oh, well, that'll be good. Man, it'll be interesting to see Stuttering John with money. The thing that he needs to do is just manage to stay alive long enough to get it, you know, so it doesn't go to his fucking kids. You know, he definitely doesn't want that to happen. I'm sure he'd be like, you know what, I'll just kill myself, let the money go to my kids. But yeah, no, he needs to live long enough to get that money. Definitely. So, trying to think of whatever. Chad T.I., God bless you, Adam. I'm off to discuss how Phil Collins is a lizard. Take care. All in chat. Thank you, Chad T.I. I appreciate it. And I want to say thank you and a shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody who's listening and watching. Obnoxious John, you don't want him at DabbleCon. So, okay, that's pretty interesting. You don't think that it would be interesting content, or you just think John's a piece of shit, which I wouldn't necessarily disagree with, but that's no, that's kind of an interesting take. I kind of understand. So I'm going to pull up the screen again, and I'm going to pull up John's Twitter and try to figure some of this shit out. Oh, you know what, first? Nah, you know what, we'll skip this. Hold on. Sorry. Scatterbrain over here. I'm being a fucking scatterbrain. But the reason, I wanted to pull up Twitter because I wanted to see just try to give a little context to what I'm talking about here, and you guys can feel free to comment, let me know what you think. Sorry. So here John says, let me just make sure this is up right. Fucking idiot here. Okay. So this is John saying, Shuli pay up. Tough shit, fatso. I don't know what that's all about. And then John, for some reason, the GIFs are like really fucked up on my web browser right now. So it's Charlie Brown kicking the football. I don't know what John's trying to say, like, oh yeah, that's swing and a miss. That's swing and a miss, basically. Fall off the wagon already. Oh, and he's doing that fucking thing where you just post the same GIF response over and over. You might as well just not respond if you're going to do that. Shuli doing something you can't do. Run a successful podcast. And you can't deny, dude. I've been even me, I'm somebody, I've been making fun of John for a couple of years, and I'm watching Shuli and those guys make a lot of money just doing the Uncle Rico show. Good on them, man. And for John to just pretend, this is John just dismissing it with this, it's lazy bullshit. Oh, swing and a miss. No, dude, he does run a successful podcast making fun of you, and you can't even find a way to fucking capitalize on it. If John showed up, it would be fucking epic. Yeah, I agree with that. You notice how John didn't, John didn't, you blocked him. Okay. Yeah, John blocks everybody. Fucking pussy. Okay, now it's showing me random, Jim Jordan tweets and shit. Okay, so let's go back to John's Twitter. And besides John retweeting all this, blue Ukraine flag, blue anon, vote blue no matter who shit, it's just so boring. I'm not even going to focus on his political shit anymore. I just did a shoot for a special on Hulu. More details to follow. TB. What the fuck does TB mean? Okay, so what's the consensus on that, chat? I just did a shoot for a special on Hulu. It's not his, right? As an extra. Oh, swing and a miss. Oh, so this is John's finally found a response that he likes. Intervention. Swing and a miss. I don't even have to load these. It's all just Charlie Brown kicking the football. He's just gotten lazy, man. He doesn't really want to engage with everybody. He just wants to have the appearance that none of this bothers him and that he can. When does it come out? What is it? No response. A comedy special? No, do you notice how... What the fuck could they possibly... Hulu? What the fuck could he possibly be doing on Hulu? Wow. I don't know. Do you guys think that that's bullshit? Sounds like it. Sorry, I'm trying to change my fucking screen here, and it's just being totally gay. There we go. Sorry, I had to select the window so my hotkeys would work. I got to get a Stream Deck so I can get all this shit organized. I want to set up a Twitter account just to get blocked by John. Yeah, well, you will. If you say anything, Gary, if you say anything that's like remotely goofing on John or making fun of him, if you do anything other than tell him he's amazing, then he's going to fucking block you. That's what the guy does. But, trying to think. Yeah, so other than that, I guess that's it. I can't really think of anything else. I was going to maybe talk about the Ethan Ralph swatting thing, because I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck happened there. Like, what's going on? Did he get served? Did he get swatted? The word is that he got served with papers. I don't know why the police had to show up to do it. Usually they have like a document server type of guy do that. But I feel like the more I look into that, I get more questions than answers. So I'm going to try to dig into that for all you guys that are into the IBS stuff. If you're into Ethan Ralph and Killstream and all that crazy back and forth with those people on the internet, feel free to let me know, because I'm kind of curious as to what the fuck happened at Ralphomania. So I'm going to get myself caught up on that. So I've done a lot of babbling today, guys. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Really appreciate everybody for showing up in the chat. And just what's TB? Tuberculosis. Good time, Adam. I'll definitely be back. Gary. Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Paul. I'm not going to name everybody off in the chat like Opie doing fucking roll call, but I want you guys to know I see you there. Like, I appreciate you. It's great to get all the, all the info and all the, like, feedback from you guys about the show. And I'm glad that it worked out good. It looks like the quality of the stream was pretty decent, which was, I wasn't sure what to expect there. So that's pretty good. That's really good. And, you guys, just all your comments are fantastic. It's great to hear all your guys' takes on everything. So I'm not going to ramble too much. I've done a lot of fucking babbling. So hopefully as I do this more and more, it'll get more focused. The topics will get better. Try to get you guys involved. So maybe you guys can help me pick some topics. If you guys want to send some topics to me, feel free to DM me on Twitter. You can follow me if you look above at the top panel. You can see I'm Adam Goldstein TV on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube now and you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit like and subscribe. That really helps me. I appreciate all the subscribers I get. And I think going live and doing streams is going to be really good for my channel. It's going to be good for my output, because I love doing shows. I love talking about stuff. The process of editing my shows, like the way I have done shows before, it's fucking tedious. It takes too long. It just doesn't work. And there's no way I'm going to be able to do that and have this channel be anything close to economically viable. So, the stream, I think it's going to be good in a lot of ways. So I really appreciate you guys being a part of it. And yeah, thank you guys. Your friend Paul says quality was perfect. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to make it more focused, more professional as I go on, but feel free to follow me on Twitter too. I'm at Goldstein TV on Twitter. So give me a follow on Twitter. Feel free to send me a DM and let me know if you're checking out the show. Appreciate all the feedback, but let me know if you guys have ideas for topics, anything to cover. I will definitely consider checking it out. And do me a favor too, if you guys like good quality Delta 8 cannabis, I'm talking about legal cannabis that gets you high, check out Delta 8 Cannabis from CBDX.com. So you can use my code Adam Goldstein Comedy, or you can go to CBDX.com/Adam Goldstein Comedy. You'll get 20% off of not just your first, but every purchase. So be sure to use my code, because that can actually save you a lot of money if you decide to get, a bulk order of loose flower that they have. They have really good Delta 8 flower. They've got some carts. They've got some gummies. This is stuff that is federally legal Delta 8 cannabis that is 2018 Farm Bill compliant. What that means is this stuff is not like just regular CBD. This is stuff that is infused with Delta 8 cannabis, which is, it's a little less strong than some of the Delta 9 street weed stuff that you have, but you can get some really good quality flower off of this website, and I really appreciate them having me as an affiliate. So if you guys want to support me, that's one way that you can support me, is just get some weed and I'll get a little bit of a kickback from it. And another thing that you can do is you can always visit my PayPal if you guys feel like donating. No pressure at all. I don't have Super Chat set up yet, so you can always send me a PayPal, paypal.me/Adam Goldstein TV, or you can scan the QR codes that are on the left side. I really do appreciate any support I get from you guys, financial and otherwise. And also, you can leave us a funny voicemail. It's 781-908-2395. If you leave a funny voicemail, I'll try to play it on the show. I'll try to bring it up. So once again, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you guys in the chat, and thank you everybody for supporting AGTV. I'm Adam Goldstein, and you're watching the Gold Stream right here on Adam Goldstein TV. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you again.